What's up guys, and welcome back with some more Honkai Impact 3rd, and today we are checking out Thunder Reborn, Honkai Operations Center Chapter 2. You guys seem to be really excited for me to check out this video so I can finally watch it since we just recently finished Chapter 17. So as always, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, trying to hit that 4,000 subscribers, and we're going to get straight into this video. Oh, and hit that notification bell.
Welcome back to Honkai Operations Center.
I forgot you had a
In
deep
recent
voice.
stories of Honkai Impact 3rd, Mei has
Holy
been the center of
deep
stage.
voice.
She returned to the city of Nagazora, regained her Hersher powers, and once again became the Queen of Thunder.
Yes, it was very depressing.
How did this heiress of a multi-billion-dollar corporation turn into a Hersher? What did she experience and witness? To answer these questions, we have divided Mei's journey into 4 parts: Origins, Valkyrie, Arc Fugitive, and Returning to Nagazora.
Okay.
Mei Raiden was born on April 13, 1997 in the city
She's
of
older than me.
Nagazora. Her father, Ryoma Raiden, was the head of Massive Electric Corporation. Mei's mother, however, passed away when she was young, and her name remained a mystery. Mei was enrolled in the elite high school of Chiba Academy. Only children of rich, powerful, and connected people could hope to study there. And Mei Raiden happened to be one of them, and she was so much more. She was beautiful, tall, and intelligent. Everyone in school idolized her.
Class favorite, yeah.
But this didn't last forever. Disaster struck ME Corp that her father owned. Ryoma Raiden became a criminal, guilty of economic fraud, and went
didn't he
missing
get
to
framed?
avoid arrest. Mei's life was turned upside down. Her classmates and even teachers turned cold and ostracized her. That was when she learned that their friendship and adulation were only reserved for her family fortune and prestige, and those
So they
had
never really
disappeared
liked her
when
in the
father
first
ran
place.
away.
That's effed up.
Left alone to face an uncaring world, Mei soon became extremely jaded and started hearing a voice echoing in the darkness. It promised terrible powers. This world deserves to be destroyed. She chose to become a Hersher and ignited the 2014 Honkai outbreak in Nagazora. Millions died as a result. While Mei reveled in her new powers, a mysterious silver-haired transfer student named Kiana Kaslana suddenly appeared to stop her.
And saved her life that day.
Instead of trying to kill Mei for destroying the city, Kiana appealed to her human conscience. With her help, Mei
I've seen this
successfully
scene like
subdued
5
the Hersher
times or
within,
something.
and Kiana quickly became
Yeah, I know
a
this
close
part.
friend. The 2 girls met Bronya, and the 3 of them worked together to flee the stricken city. They were then taken into custody by Himiko, a Valkyrie of
R.I.P.
Schicksal's
Himiko.
Far East branch. Teresa Apocalypse, who's in charge of the Far East branch, used all her powers and resources to enroll the 3 girls into her own Valkyrie training school, St. Freya High. And that was Mei Raiden, an ex-heiress once worth billions who lost both her parents, became ostracized, acquired
Dad,
Hersher powers,
oops.
destroyed a city, met 2 very good friends, and started training to become a Valkyrie and defend the world against the Honkai.
Alright.
Mei was ever fearful of the Honkai within her and agreed to let Himiko implant a heart bomb. The bomb has a sensor that will start a countdown if it detects Hersher impulses within Mei. During her training, Mei and her friends Kiana and Bronya took on many missions that included stopping an ancient Honkai
I remember this
monster,
mission, I did
Chio,
this.
and recovering a runaway battleship known as the Selene. Mei also demonstrated her superb cooking abilities. She even learned to play video games. But things would once again turn for the worst. Shortly after graduating as fully minted Valkyries, Mei, Kiana, and Bronya were sent to Schicksal's Oceania branch to recover a Hersher core, the Gem of Desire.
Yep, and this is
The
when
gem
things
was placed
started
in an
going
ex-Valkyrie
south with
named
Wendy.
Wendy, who served as
R.I.P.
its human
Wendy
vessel.
also.
But Wendy eventually lost control and became a Hersher herself. While the young Valkyries battled Wendy, Kokolia from Schicksal's rival faction of Anti-Entropy ambushed them, using a brain chip implant to control Bronya and capture both Wendy and Mei. While Mei was held as a prisoner to be experimented upon for her Hersher powers, Bronya chose to sacrifice herself by burning out her brain chip so that Kiana and the others could rescue Mei and escape. Mei soon realized that her friends often suffered grievously just to save her. A sense of helplessness and a matching desire to get stronger began to grow in her heart. That wasn't the end of the bad news. As Teresa and the Far East branch worked around the clock to wake Bronya from her coma, Schicksal overseer Auto Apocalypse suddenly abducted
The
Kiana
worst.
and took her to his secret headquarters. It turned out that the overseer always had a secret plan of reviving a Hersher known for her burning hatred against humanity. May, once hopeful that she could protect the world as a Valkyrie, realized that she simply wasn't strong enough. Bronya went into a coma to save her, Kiana was kidnapped, and her ultimate superior, Auto Apocalypse, turned out to be a scheming supervillain who would soon unleash a terrible Honkai disaster upon the entire planet. Once again, May's
the
life
worst.
entered another pivotal moment. Kiana was revealed to be an artificial clone designed by Otto that served one purpose only: to serve as a vessel to Seeding, the second Hersher who was defeated in the year 2000. To rescue Kiana and stop the impending Honkai eruption, Teresa of the Far East Branch rebelled against Overseer Otto. May also became part of the alliance forged by Teresa and Anti-Entropy. And together they fought their way into the headquarters of Schicksal itself. While battle raged, Seeding began to stir in her slumber. The second Hersher gradually assumed control over Kiana's body and summoned a horde of Honkai beasts. To help clear the way to the possessed Kiana, Teresa decided to remove the heart bomb from May. May was grateful for Teresa's trust. Armed with the power of the Hersher within, she easily defeated numerous enemies. But all her struggles were in vain. When the rebels stepped into the heart of Schicksal, Seeding's persona had already succeeded in fully possessing Kiana.
And then it takes us to the depressing cutscene.
Followed. Seeding tore away the Gem of Conquest from May's body and acquired even greater powers. The brutal removal of the Hersher core also took May out of the fight. Just when all hope was lost, Himiko entered into the fray and bravely fought Seeding. Her selfless fight gave everyone the time they needed to escape.
Final
Teresa
lesson.
and the exhausted rebels withdrew from Schicksal. They failed to stop
That's
Otto
still
and
like
Seeding
one of the
and
most
became
impactful
fugitives on the
cutscenes
run.
I've seen, like in just
The Battle of
animations I've
Schicksal
seen
was
in
yet
this game
another
in
blow
general.
in May's life.
Final lesson.
She couldn't save her.
Final lesson. Let me just pause for a sec. Just top of the top animations. Like that was like the most like that's probably the most depressing animation that I've seen in this game. It was just effed up because she was such a great character. She really was. So it was unfortunate, but she had to make that sacrifice, and in turn, the final lesson for Kiana. So Kiana tries to live up to that now.
Her best friend.
But anyways,
Seeding even took May's core, gaining greater powers to wreak havoc on the entire planet. And in the face of such an enemy, May's only option was to flee. Having been on the run for 4 months, Teresa came across witness reports of Kiana at Arc City, located in Shenzhou. Teresa, Bronya, and May tried contacting an intel dealer named Grey Serpent.
bad
Instead,
idea.
they came across the Ningyo, a cyborg girl who might know Kiana's whereabouts. But Schicksal's agent Rita suddenly appeared and defeated the 3 fugitives. They were forced to retreat with the Ningyo. The bad news was that the Ningyo no longer had any useful data after being formatted by Rita. May, who felt she had been performing poorly in battle, asked Dr. Tesla to make her an augmented battlesuit to work better with her residual Hersher powers. Meanwhile, the fugitives also decided to split their forces in 2. Teresa would respond to Kokolia's request and head to the Deep, located in the Pacific, to retrieve the Gem of Desire.
Yeah, don't get me started with that whole Deep storyline.
With the Helios, to repair the Ningyo for data salvaging and locate Kiana's whereabouts. While May and Tesla worked on the Ningyo, the cyborg suddenly conveyed a message from Rita. Rita revealed that Kiana was indeed in Arc City to investigate a mysterious serpent-backed company. Kiana even agreed to form a temporary alliance with Rita. But Rita soon walked into a world serpent trap and lost her S-rank Valkyrie powers. Kiana was also captured by the world serpent. With little options left, Rita thus
this is when she was being tortured and she couldn't feel the pain.
Though suspicious of Rita, May would not give up any chance of reuniting with Kiana and went back to Arc City eventually. May was also surprised that Rita did not lie and even tried working with her. May did get what she wanted, reuniting with Kiana. She asked her friend to return to the Hyperion.
But she said no.
However, Kiana chose to stay in Arc to stop the World Serpent from creating an artificial Honkai eruption in the city. A World Serpent mercenary named Raven tried to stop Kiana, and the 2 girls fought her off, only to realize that Raven succeeded in delaying them. A wounded May could only see her friend tapping into the forbidden void powers to send the detonating Honkai reactor away from the city and save millions
And
of
then
people.
she fell.
Kiana passed
And
out
Durandal
from
had to go in to get the
overexerting herself and
catch.
fell. Her deadly descent was stopped by a tree that sprouted from a lance. May rushed forward to save her friend, only to find out that Durandal, the most powerful S-rank Valkyrie of Schicksal, had arrived first. And this Valkyrie was ordered to take Kiana away. No matter how hard May fought, she couldn't stop Durandal.
Well, yeah,
Once
she's
again,
way too strong.
The cruel hands of fate tore them apart. The attempted reunion with Kiana at Arc City only deepened May's angst. She was too weak to stop Schicksal, and her weakness allowed them to take Kiana. Though imprisoned at Schicksal's Vemur Labs in North Africa, Kiana managed to escape during the chaos caused by a world serpent attack.
Ah, yes,
She used
Kevin
her void powers again
versus
and
Durandal.
teleported herself to Nagazora,
That was a
the
quick
place
but
where she
cool
first
fight.
met May. Dr. Tesla detected the energy fluctuations from Kiana's teleportation, and thus the fugitives headed toward the city that was destroyed by the Honkai eruption 3 years ago.
Yeah,
May
Nagazora.
and Tesla arrived at the city ruins and tried looking for Kiana. Instead, they found scavenging children living in shelters who survived the Honkai disaster. And the sensei protector of these children who helped build their shelters was none other than Raven, the world serpent mercenary that May fought in Arc City. When facing rising sea levels and Honkai resurgence, and also due to her need to protect the children, May agreed to set aside hostilities and join forces with Raven. Together, they located Kiana's whereabouts and even defeated the Honkai dragon Benares that was trying to protect its queen.
R.I.P.
Raven revealed
Benares.
her intent for coming to Nagazora. She wanted to kill Kiana and end the threat of the Honkai she poses. Nevertheless, Raven gave May a chance to stop herself. May drew her blade without hesitation and ended her brief alliance with Raven. But without her Hersher gem, May was no match against Raven. The mercenary even scoffed at her, calling her no different than an ordinary human.
And then
May
Raven
knew
got
that Raven would
surprised.
kill Kiana once she was defeated. She decided to sacrifice herself and started concentrating Honkai energy within her. Raven was shocked. She just witnessed a coreless ex-Hersher releasing a sudden burst of terrible power. She therefore allowed May to take Kiana away. After enduring many battles and defeats, May was finally
Because it was
able to
all
bring
part
Kiana
of
home.
Raven's plan.
But then Dr. Tesla told her the bad news. The 3 Hersher cores within Kiana had overloaded her body with Honkai infection. She had less than 2 months to live. May found herself utterly helpless after hearing the bad news. She also found that Kiana had lost several senses and could not even taste the food she cooked. The World Serpent, however, was well aware of the relationship between May and Kiana. Kevin Kaslana, the sire of the World Serpent, met May in person. He was a previous era survivor and lauded as their most powerful warrior. Kevin promised May that the World Serpent could save Kiana's life, and that would require May to simply become a Honkai Hersher once again. Once May became a Hersher, one of the Hersher cores infecting Kiana would dissipate and reappear in May instead, greatly reducing
crazy how that
Kiana's
works.
infection. But May would have to leave Kiana and join the World Serpent to ensure that their grand project succeeds.
And so she did, though.
And when Project Stigma successfully reforms the human race and defeats the Honkai, Kiana would no longer have to sacrifice herself to protect the world. To save her dying friend, May accepted the Serpent's offer without hesitation. And shortly after making her choice, a channel into the Sea of
Everything
Quanta
went to
suddenly
hell.
appeared in Nagazora. It turned out that Otto had fired the second divine key to create a channel right through the sea. And this was only possible because of the deal that Kevin and Otto made a few days ago. Kevin told May that she should take this chance to absorb Honkai energy seeping from Nagazora and complete her metamorphosis. Everything that began in Nagazora would end in the same city. 3 years ago, Kiana stopped May from becoming a Hersher, and the two girls became best friends. And now, May has decided to become a Hersher once more, just to save Kiana. When
Yes,
the transformation is complete,
the
May
lengths
will
that
have to
she's
betray her friends
decided
and
to
join
go
forces
to
with
to save Kiana is freaking crazy. I mean, both Kiana and May have been through just horrible, horrible things just to try to save each other. But this time, May made the final decision and is back to being Hersher of Thunder. And shush, I can only imagine what's gonna happen now. Like, I don't even know where the hell the story's gonna go. I just know it's gonna be good.
The enemy. But that's the price she needs to pay. Entering the darkness is the only way she can return Kiana to bliss. We're happy that you managed to stay with us and reach the end of this video.
Of course.
We would also like to know what you think about the story so far.
I think
and
it's
what
a
you would like to see
great
next.
story.
Background history of the factions such as the World Serpent, Schicksal, and Anti-Entropy? Or background stories of characters on your Valkyrie roster? Perhaps even secret technologies of the previous era? Do leave your opinions in the comments section.
This dude has a great voice. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is the video. But yeah, so that just gave us the full rundown on what's been going on in the story with May and everything. And it's crazy. It's really, really crazy. Like, everything that she's been through to this point. Because, like I've been saying, she's been through hell. She really has, but she wanted to make sure Kiana did not die, so she had to make the ultimate sacrifice, becoming a Hersher again. So, I mean, I can't wait to continue the story. We'll do videos and live streams of the story as we typically do. And I'm just excited. We'll see. Chapter 18. I'd say, I don't know, we'll probably do Chapter 18 next week, and we can finally, proceed with that. But other than that, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, helps out a lot. Join the Discord server, y'all already know the deal, all that good stuff. And other than that, stay safe, and as always, don't do crack.
Be sure to subscribe to the Special K Experience if you enjoyed this video. If not, you're going to Femboy IHOP.